Now, the gruesome rape and murder of the young woman doctor in Hyderabad must jolt every one of our conscience. For decades, women's group have been fighting long and hard to try and frame stringent laws. But when the perpetrator of such heinous crimes happens either to be a juvenile, our laws prove to be woefully inadequate. We now have a special police to check on internet crime, harassment and abuse. But still, India is failing time and again from creating deterrence against such heinous crimes. Even as nationwide celebrations give some sense of closure to how brutally the young veterinary doctor had been raped and murdered post their encounter, there are still several questions that haven't been answered. Now, this, remember, is not a one-off incident that has to be viewed in isolation, because the statistics of the number of rapes that take place in India is shocking. In India, according to statistics, a rape happens every 19 minutes. And there are several other incidents of rape that were reported in the immediate aftermath of what happened in Telangana. In Ranchi, for instance, a 26-year-old woman had been abducted and then raped at gunpoint. In Uttar Pradesh, Sambhal district, a 15-year-old girl had been raped and then set on fire on the 22nd of November, and she had later succumbed to her injuries last week. In Tamil Nadu, a 32-year-old woman had been gang raped by 5 men while returning home from her relative's place. And in Delhi, a 55-year-old woman had been raped by a 24-year-old man and had then later been strangulated to death. Now, India's rape shame, gang rapes and deaths have turned the spotlight on the nation's attitude towards its women. In India, there's been a sharp increase in such incidents and the heinous barbarity of such incidents. Now, for instance, in the year 2017, 32,559 cases of rape were reported. In the year 2016, this number, of course, increased, and the number of cases of rape that were reported to the police was 38,947. In 2015, almost about 34,651 women had reported rape. In 2014, the number was 36,735. So the question is, why is all of this happening? Why is it that in the world's biggest democracy, women are scared of venturing out, lest they be brutalized on the streets, that they cannot even board a bus, stay in a hotel, or in a camp with their partner? Now, the epidemic of violence against women has been ignored or has been brushed off entirely as a secondary issue. News reports from around the world pertain to crime talk of the dead and the wounded, but seldom of the rapes that takes place. Now, this is not a question that will be resolved by development and education alone. In all the cases that have been brought to the fore, the system is culpable, either due to negligence or due to the direct involvement and complicity in the treatment that is meted out to the women in India. And there are clear reasons for this. The reason is because we as a society have failed. Our legal system has failed to provide justice when incidents of this nature happen. You know, let's slip back to what happened in 2012. It's been 7 years since the gruesome gang rape of Nirbhaya took place that shook the conscience of the country. Now, India, remember, is not a safe place for women because the statistics speak for it. There are more Nirbhayas every day, every hour, and women in this country are assaulted, brutalized and silenced. Now, the Nirbhaya case in 2012 had led to the Criminal Law Amendment Rule in 2013, popularly known as the Nirbhaya Act. But the new law only expanded the definition of a rape that included forced penetration, oral, vaginal or anal with any foreign object. It failed to instill fear in the hearts of the perpetrators. As a result, rape cases have been increasing by the minute. Even the 2018 amendment of the bill has increased the maximum punishment for rape. The amendment to the POCSO Act in 2018 led to several Indian states introducing death penalty for rape of any child under the age of 12. But the real question is that, has it been able to deter rape? And looking at the number of instances of rape that still come forth, it clearly has not led to the desired result. The rape, molestation and abductions, the crimes are numerous. Delayed trials, impunity with low conviction rates for the same is one of the major reasons for the growing number of offences against women. As per the 2018 statistical data, more than 30,000 rape cases were reported. Just 1 out of 4 accused was convicted. And what is shocking is that in India, most cases do not even get reported because the legal system is simply skewed against the complainant. Quite often, the complainant is left to prove that she did not ask for it. She would be subjected quite often to character assassination that follows physical assault. And in the end, the never-ending legal procedures, the bureaucratic delays and the ruthless grind of court hearings often result in the perpetrator getting off the hook. And all of this makes justice extremely hard to get for crimes against women in India.